about 100 feet off the bottom, was this huge, great object about the size of a transit van.
Let's do it. Oh, goodness. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. Morning.
How are you?
I'm very good indeed.
Now, I'm just...
Oh, there we are.
I've got it.
Have you?
I hope I've got it. Now, it looks as though, is the sea behind you?
No.
No.
Oh, Chris has got it and you haven't done.
Oh. So you're not on a lake or a loch?
Well, there's a lot of difference between a sea and a loch.
Okay. Are you near a loch?
Quite near, yeah.
Are you in a caravan?
Yep. Certainly am.
Is it that man? It's you. You're the man who's in a caravan on the banks of Loch Ness.
Certainly am. Yes, I am.
Hey!
Yeah. World champion at sitting in a caravan on the side of Loch Ness.
Wow.
You live in a static home.
I do, yeah. It used to be a mobile library, so it used to drive around Dorset. It was an old Dorchester County Council mobile library van.
Oh, wow.
So quite sizable.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And
That's the secret. I mean, I've lived in it for nearly 31 years now. Wow. And I think the secret is that I have to stretch my arm like that to touch the ceiling in most of it, not this bit here, but over there. And so you don't get claustrophobic because you've got so much headroom above you. And I open the door and I've got the biggest front garden in Europe, really, Loch Ness.
Wow. So, this has been pretty much your life work then, for you're saying 30 years or whatever it is. Have you seen anything, Steve, that would lead you to think, actually, yes, there is something in Loch Ness?
Not as much as I'd have hoped for, I must admit. I haven't proven it yet. But in the first year, in 1991, I saw a big disturbance at the other end at Fort Augustus, something like a torpedo going through the water, just a spray of water off the back of something big. And that really made me think, well, I'm going to have this solved in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So here we are, 31 years later. I'm still sat here, watching and waiting. So, but because I do what I do, hundreds of people a year come and tell me what they've seen, and I can disseminate what the good, the bad, and the ugly out of their descriptions. So I get to hear about so much stuff that I wouldn't otherwise.
What's the most convincing sighting that you have had explained to you, or that somebody has come up and said, look, have a look at this?
That's easy. That was last summer. The boat that comes out of Fort Augustus, the cruise boat, has been doing the same trip for 40 years, an hour-long trip. And Ronald, that owns the boat, got onto me and said, look, I've had this... He had a sonar contact where the boat goes along, the sonar reads what's underneath the boat. Yeah. And about 700 feet of water, about 100 feet off the bottom, was this huge, great object about the size of a transit van. Now, he passes over that spot 8 or 10 times a day, almost every day of the year, and doesn't normally pick up this transit van sized blob near the bottom. And for a sonar machine to say, well, there you go, there's something really big. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Okay. Now, Chris, are you any... Because Chris is sceptical. Steve, Chris is very sceptical.
Well, no, I'll be honest, Dom. I am sceptical, but equally I like to have an open mind.
Yes.
And I do find it fascinating that it turns out that maybe there is a transit van at the bottom of Loch Ness.
Mystery solved.
So what would a typical day for you be like? So what time would you get up, and do you go out and sit and look over the loch?
Well, this isn't one so far.
No.
But do you watch it yourself, or do you have equipment that is constantly monitoring it? Or
I'm here on Dawes Beach, and this time of year when the weather's inclement, to say the least, I've in the cab of the van. I've taken
mighty tea.
Oh, you're right there.
Cup of tea. I've taken out the passenger seat, and I've got an area here where I can sit. I make little Nessie. This is how I support myself. I make a little Nessie figurine.
Oh, great! Do you?
Looks like that. And
that's very nice.
Yeah. So these things, I can sit here making these all day long, listening to the radio. I've got a wood burning fire in the van over there.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking straight the way down the whole length of Loch Ness, 23 miles of loch straight out there. And I wait and see what happens during the course of the day, because I do find that I feel like I'm on an adventure. I've been on an adventure for 31 years. And yet it's almost uniquely an adventure of remaining static in pretty much the same place and waiting for the adventures to come to me.
Yes.
Rest assured, you think lonely, tragic life of a hermit living on the side of Loch Ness. It's not like that at all, because Loch Ness is a mecca for all sorts of different situations. So, I'm fully immersed in all of that.
The Chris Moyles Show.